I can see it now. I've been living in the shadow of my older brother, but I am my own person. I am worthy. Thank you, Dr. Zach.
Go forth, my son. Be free. Live your life.
That kind of breakthrough is a beautiful thing, and it does actually happen. But it doesn't happen overnight, which is why it's time for a reality check. It's time for... What is Therapy? Episode 5. I've done therapy. Am I better yet? Shit, what if I'm not better yet? Hypothetically, you've just had your first therapy session, and there's going to be a lot pinging around inside your head. So, to help orient yourself, here are some straight truths from Dr. Zach, a man whose screensaver is a picture of himself, all alone. Oh.
As much as you may want to, you probably won't feel different after your first session. And that's because you're not flicking a switch in your mind. Rather, you're building something slowly. You're building resilience, self-awareness, and a set of tools to deal with whatever comes your way. So as best you can, try not to put pressure on yourself. Having said that, here are some thoughts or feelings that you should act on after your first session. I didn't like my therapist. As we've already said, shopping around is totally fine because you want to find the right therapist. But if you decide to see the same person again, make sure to let them know what didn't work the last time around. That session didn't feel productive. That'll happen sometimes, and it's often the result of a mismatch in expectations. While it might not be easy, try to communicate this to your therapist so they can adjust and make sure you're getting the most out of the session. Keep in mind that a certain amount of just talking is going to be needed to make sure your therapist really gets what's going on for you. That was different to what I expected. That's good. You are doing something different. You're having conversations you've probably never had before. And a big part of therapy is trying to normalize those chats. So if you feel up to it, I'd even encourage you to chat through your experiences in therapy with your friends. It'll help them open up, and it'll help you realize that seeing a therapist and working on your shit is completely normal.
Whew. Here we are at the end. Closing time at the all-you-can-eat therapy buffet. And I'm stuffed. Explaining how to navigate the world of therapy can feel a little doom and gloom at times, but that's only because we need to focus on the areas where you might stumble. So to end on a more positive note, here are some anecdotal tales from the Anecdotal Crew, all about how therapy changed their life for the better.
The skills you learn in therapy will be valuable for the rest of your life.
It's provided me a lot more with perspective. Be mindful, be grateful.
I think I would be less able to verbalize the way that I'm feeling if I didn't go to therapy.
I now know how to work through situations. I now know when I need to go and get help.
What I got out of it was a perspective on my emotions and learning how to deal with my emotions in a more constructive way.
Therapy gave me strategies to really question, is this negative speak that you have in the back of your head true?
Lifestyle changes, perspective shifts, and a space to vent.
It builds your capacity to be vulnerable and honest. It also makes you more empathetic, not only to yourself, but other people.
My family, my wife and my kids are the world to me, so I've learnt to be more patient, and not just with them, but with myself as well.
It steered me away from a direction that completely would have ruined my life.
Everyone deserves therapy because everyone has the right to feel comfortable with themselves.
Continually over time, I feel even more confident, even more in control of all this stuff that comes to me.
What it also builds you the strength to do is to go back and seek help when you feel like you need to.
Personally, I think everyone should go to therapy.
If I could summarize therapy in one word, it would be revolutionary.
Worthwhile.
Enlightening.
Therapy is good.